I'm here. I'm alive. What's going on, peoples?
You still have another live going.
I should be having another live going. Sorry about that, guys. I had an issue with StreamYard for some reason. Something's going on when I created the live stream. Everything went fine, and then when I clicked into StreamYard and clicked into the studio, Tabitha Shuck Reigns' photo kept popping up, and I'm like, "What is going on?" I did put a backdrop on my live stream that I created, so. But here we are. Sorry about that, guys. But like I said, I wanted to come on for a short live today because I had been in communication with Keegan Klein on the 8th of July, which was actually last month. And like I was telling B just a little while ago, I've got some haters out there, and I'm sure you all know that. They're probably saying that I was full of shit, that I never talked to Keegan and things in that nature. So I wanted to come on, especially after everything that's been going on the last few days with him being pulled out of Miami County and ISP talking to him, and then them doing the search on the Wabash River there in Peru. And another reason why I wanted to come on is because I've had quite a few people reach out to me after me mentioning on several different lives about me having contact with Keegan Klein. Well, I consider this person a good friend. They live here in Indiana. She is part of another creator's channel, and me and her got to be pretty good friends because we both are radio broadcasting backgrounds. And she approached me and said, "Honestly, Frank, I believe you're the one who caused all this for Keegan to request a continuance on his case to look for other legal options." And then I had somebody else approach me and call me and say the same thing. So what I wanted to do is come on here and actually show you guys the conversations between me and Keegan, and you guys give me your thoughts on the conversation and what you think, if it's possible that I could have been the one to change his mind to start talking or whatever he's doing. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to split the screen and share with you guys the conversation, and I'm going to read it to you guys. And when I'm done, I'm going to go to the chat, and you guys let me know what you think. If these individuals that approached me and told me what they thought, if you think they're correct. So give me just a moment, guys. Give me one moment, guys. How's everybody doing today? I see quite a few people jumped in our chat. Let's see, here we go. All right, can you all see that? If everybody can see that, give me a thumbs up. If you all can see that, please give me a thumbs up. What the hell? What? All right. So everybody can see that, correct? When I downloaded the Texas to my phone today, I don't know what happened, but it went in reverse order. So everything starts from the bottom up. So what I'm going to go do is I'm going to go into my phone, and I'm going to actually read the messages from KK between me and him, so you guys get a better understanding with what was going on here. So first, I contacted Keegan Klein at the Miami County Jail through his Chirp account, which I'm pretty sure everybody knows that most of the inmates now get an iPad to where they can talk to people through chirping, or you can FaceTime. I didn't want to FaceTime him, so I put money on his books for a Chirp account. And I started off and I said, "Hello, is this Keegan Klein?" And he responded, "Yes, who's this?" I don't have much text left, so if you're going to message me, I might need to be able to read them unless you add Chirp to my account. And he asked me, like I said, he asked me who I was, and I told him my name is Shane. I want to clear your name in reference to Delphi, which I just did that as like a reverse psychology tactic to see if I can get him to talk. I said, "I know you didn't commit the Delphi murders. I believe your phone was cloned or someone had access to your Anthony Shots account. Would you like to clear your name when it comes to this case? I believe either you're being set up or being framed. What needs to be done to add money to your Chirp?" is what I asked him. He replied and he said, "Google Chirp, then put in my name on my number, then add funds. Is there any information you want cleared up or anything you want anyone to know that can resolve this case and clear your name when it pertains to the case?" Then he comes back again and he goes, "I don't have the money to talk, sorry." And I replied, "I'm working on putting money on your Chirp account. Working on having money put on your Chirp account by 5 p.m. is what I told him." And he come back and he goes, "Okay, sounds good. How'd you get my number?" I said, "Just put it this way. I'm the good guy. I know people and have contacts." He said, "Let me know when you add Chirps and I'll message you back." And I said, "Okay, for some reason it's declining my credit card, so I've got to get someone who is going to help me with here in a little bit." So then I was able to put money on his Chirp. And I said, "Okay, just put $20 on your Chirp account." And then he said, "Okay, thank you. So tell me, how did you get my number? Did Kelly give it to you?" And I said, "Kelly, question mark?" I said, "Don't know a Kelly," which I was bullshitting him. I knew who Kelly was. And then he comes back, "That's the only person that would give you out my number." I said, "I swear, I don't know a Kelly. Honestly, I've never spoke to anyone that's known you or you may know." Then he replies, and then he goes, "Then how would you get my Chirp number?" And I replied, and I said, I am an Army veteran who specializes in communications. I have ways to get information I need." And he got quiet for a minute. And I asked him, I said, "Are you doing okay?" He still didn't reply. So I said, "Hello, Keegan." Still didn't get a reply. Then I came back and I said, "I know you're suspicious of me and I don't blame you because you don't know me from Adam. I would like to exonerate your name in regards to Delphi if possible." And then he finally replies and he goes, "I don't know how you would do that." And I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "My lawyer does not want me talking about the Delphi case at all. I give them my DNA, my hair follicles, everything they wanted." And I said, "Is your attorney representing you for the Delphi case?" And he said, "No." And I said, "Okay, is he a public defender?" And then he replies and he said, anyone who's making money off me on these podcasts and YouTube videos, I don't see a single dime of it. It's pointless for me to talk about it." And then he replied that that he had a public defender. And then I replied, "From what I've seen here lately, your name hasn't been mentioned. It's all about the Ron Logan search warrant." And then I replied again. I said, "You also know the public defender works alongside with the prosecutor." He replied, "I do not know who that is regarding to Ron Logan," which is bullshit. I'm sure he knew who Ron Logan was. And then he said, "I just want to be left out of everything that involves that case. I can't afford a lawyer, so I have no choice but to have a public defender." Then I replied, "Which is understandable. But if there's anything you or will tell me that can clear your name and left out of the case, you know the finger point is going to continue unless you clear your name and stand up for yourself like a man that you are. He didn't reply. And this is at nearly 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in Indiana. And then I questioned him again. I said, are you still there? No response. Well, the next day, I messaged him, good morning, Keegan, are you doing okay? I didn't get a response that day. So Sunday, July 10th, I messaged him again. I said, good morning, Keegan. No reply. Then I did it again Monday, July 11th, and I said, good morning, hope all is well. And then I still didn't get no replies ever since. And the last time that I actually chirped him was Thursday, July 14th at 2022. And I said, what's up? And never got a reply back. So I started talking to a few people, and they basically are telling me what he probably did is took my money and was chirping other people. So that's why he wasn't responding. But in the same sense, I was like, okay, that's fine. I got him to talk to me a little bit. And that's when I brought to his attention, you know, like I said, I told him, you know, the public defender's not working for you. Well, coincidentally, within a month or so later, he's requesting a continuance on his case because he wants to further his legal options. So I want to know what you guys think. Do you believe, from what other people have come to me and said to me, that I was responsible for him to ask for a continuance and that he wanted to look into further legal options? So what do you guys think? Everybody let me know. I think I might have rattled him because the person that contacted me first said, look, he didn't have anybody. Nobody's talking to him, you know, and you might have been like a father figure to him and was giving him advice, which nobody else was giving. And maybe it made the wheels in his brain spin, because it was obvious what he was trying to do. He was trying to get a deal. And I was basically telling him, that if you go to trial, you're screwed, period. And it's like everybody see people saying it's coincidental. But like law enforcement said, there is no coincidence in law enforcement. There is no coincidence. So that's why I wanted to come on and get some other intake from my peoples in the chat and see what they think. I'm glad to see a lot of people here. D, what's going on? Straight from the horse's mouth. Ozzy, Izzy, Lisa, Jetta, Sweet Caroline, Vanessa, nice to see you, girl. It's about that time to fire it up, girlfriend. Rosewood, Polygraph, Raggedy Susan, Kimmy Canuck. I see True Crime with Shannon. Nice to see you, friend. Jetta. Who else we got in here? I'm trying to see. Ophelia Payne. Nice to see you. Who else? $20 on chirp accounts, Jetta, will get you 200 chirps. I believe it's 10 cents a chirp. Boston Christian, nice to see you. Hi, neighbor. Hi, Lexi. Nice to see you, hon. Viv Inquiries, nice to see you. Digital, Jill, Mandy Rose, my Charlie. Who else we got in here that I haven't recognized? I see a Lisa. Let's see. I want everybody's opinion. Nice to see you, Miss Thane. You know, I had to get on here because it started really messing with my brain when a few people contacted me and advised me you're more than likely the one that caused him to file for that. So I just wanted to see what everybody else's opinions, because I don't want to take the credit for it. You know, I was just trying to get information out of him, trying to use a little bit of reverse psychology on him. And then all of a sudden this happens after I talked to him. Within a month, this all takes place. So let's see. Hi, sweet Caroline. Wanda from Missouri. Okay. Like I said earlier, I was having problems with StreamYard, guys. I don't know what the hell was going on, but I finally got it fixed, and that's why I was running a little bit late. So how's everybody doing today? Julia, he is not in ISP custody. He's back in Miami County Jail. Mandy Ray, I got notified yesterday that his Chirp account has been shut down. No, Frenchie, I did not go visit him in jail, but I do plan to go to his pretrial hearing in October, the first one he's got, and then his final pretrials in December. So I am planning on going. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it yet, but I do want to show up there because I want to try to record the proceedings and get pictures of them and everything. So yeah, I'm starting to realize now that after I've seen some of the documents that were filed here lately, they're in negotiations with him. I'm kind of stuck between two scenarios here. Either he's negotiating with the C-SPAN, or he is rolling and snitching on people when it comes to Delphi. I honestly can't tell you what they were searching for in the Wabash River. It could have been a weapon. It could have been some type of computer equipment or a hard drive, a thumbnail. It could have been anything. We just don't know yet until we hear from them that they found something. Hey, Derek, what's going on, buddy? It's nice to see you. Thank you, Viv Inquiries. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Hi, Purdue RN. If anybody needs me to go back over the conversation with Keegan Klein, please let me know in the chat, and I'll do that for you. Violet Gal, nice to see you. Anybody want me to read the conversation again? Because like I said, when I pulled it up, for some reason, when I downloaded it from my phone, it went in reverse order, and what you guys saw was in reverse order, so I read it from my phone, so it was in correct order. Hey, Kay from True Crime, how are you? It's good to see everybody. I appreciate everybody coming out. You know, a lot of people know that most of you guys want this case resolved just as bad as I do, and I'm doing everything in my power to get what I can to prove that this sick SOB deserves everything he's got coming to him. You know, like I said, let's see. Kimmy, you want me to read it again? I will, hon. I'm going to pull it back up I'm going to share it again, guys. You can see the messages, but don't look at them that way because they're in reverse order, and I'll read them in the order that they're supposed to be in. So give me just a second, guys. Give me a split second here. Shit, didn't mean to do that. All right, here we go. All right, here's the messages between me and Keegan from July 8th, 2022. Give me a second, I'll go back and I'll read from the beginning, because like I said, what you guys are seeing is in reverse order. For some reason, it did that when I downloaded it to my email, and it went backwards. I don't know why, but I'll read it from the top to the bottom. This started at 1:15 p.m. for Friday, July 8th, 2022. So I sent him a message. I said, hello, is this Keegan Klein? He responds, yes. Who is this? And then he says, I don't have much text left, so you're going to have to message me. I might not be able to read them unless you add chirps to my account. So I explained to him who I was. I told him my name. My name is Shane. I want to clear your name in reference to the Delphi case, which you all know I'm not trying to clear his name. It was just a reverse psychology tactic that I tried to use on him to see if I can get him to open up a little bit. And then I came back with another statement to it. I said, I know you did commit the Delphi murders. I believe your phone was either cloned or someone had access to the Anthony Schatz account. Would you like to clear your name when it comes to this case? I believe you're either being set up or being framed. What needs to be done to add money to your chirp is what I asked him after that. He replies, Google chirp, then put my name or my number, then add funds. Then I asked him, I said, is there any information you want cleared up or anything you want anyone to know that can resolve this case and clear your name when it pertains to this case? He replies, I don't have the money to talk. Sorry. Then I replied, I am working on putting money on your chirp. I should have money on your chirp by 5 p.m. And this was about 2:45 the same day. Then he replies back at 5:15, okay, sounds good. How did you get my phone number? And then I replied, just put it this way. I'm the good guy. I know people and I have contacts. And then he comes back and he says, let me know when you add chirps and I'll message you back. And I said, okay. For some reason, it's declining my credit card, so I've got someone who is going to help me here in a little bit. And then I replied at 5:39 p.m., okay, just put $20 on your chirp. Now, when it comes to chirping, people, you get 200 chirps for every, it costs you 10 cents for every chirp. So he was able to chirp 200 times with the money that I put on his books. Well, then he comes back and replies, said, okay, thank you. So tell me, how did you get my number? Did Kelly give it to you? And I came back and I said, Kelly? Like, question? Don't know a Kelly. And then he replies, that's the only person that would give out my number, which I was bullshitting him because I know the Kelly. I know who the Kelly is. And then I replied, I said, I swear, I don't know a Kelly. Honestly, never spoke to anyone that knows you or may know you. Then he replied, then how did you get my chirp number? And then I replied, I am an Army veteran who specialized in communications, which actually I did. I have ways to get information I need, which is a fact. And then I messaged him and I said, are you okay? He didn't respond. And then at 6:04 p.m., I messaged him again. I said, hello, Kelly, or hello, Keegan, at 6:04 p.m. Then I messaged again at 6:10. I said, I know you're suspicious of me and I don't blame you because you don't know me from Adam. I would like to exonerate your name in regards to the Delphi case if possible. And then he replies back at 6:18 p.m. He says, I don't know how you would do that. And I questioned him and I said, what do you mean? Then he replied and said, my lawyer does not want me talking about the Delphi case at all. I give them my DNA, my hair follicles, and everything they wanted. And then I questioned him. I said, is your attorney representing you for the Delphi case? And of course, he comes back and says no. Okay. And I said, okay, is he a public defender? Then he replies in a pissy mood and says, and everyone is making money off my name on these podcasts and YouTube videos, and I don't see a single dime of it, so it's pointless for me to talk to you. And then he replied about the attorney. Yes, he's a public defender. And then I said, from what I've seen here lately, your name hasn't been mentioned. It's all about the Ron Logan search warrant, which was true because that's when everything started going down with the Ron Logan search warrant. And then I made another statement. I said, you also know the public defender works alongside of the prosecutor. And he says, I don't know who that is regards to Ron Logan, which I said earlier, which is bullshit. I'm sure he knows who Ron Logan is. He says, I just want to be left out of anything that involves that case. I can't afford a lawyer, so I have no choice but to have a public defender. And then I came back with my last comment, which is understandable. But if there's anything you can or will tell me that can clear your name and left out of the case, you know the finger pointing is going to continue until you clear the air and stand up like a man, stand up for yourself like a man that you are. I didn't get a response. 6:54 p.m. and I asked him, are you still there? Didn't get a response for the rest of the evening. So I messaged him the next day, July 9th at 12:20 p.m. I said, good morning, are you good? Didn't get a response the whole day or evening. July 10th, 11:41 a.m. I messaged him. I said, good morning, Keegan. Didn't get a response all day or evening, so I messaged him again Monday, July 11th at 12:27 p.m. I said, good morning. Hope all is well. Didn't get a response for the next 3 days. And then I messaged him again July 14th at 1:29 p.m. And I said, what's up, Keegan? Didn't get a response. And it's the last time that I have talked to Keegan. So I was advised more than likely what he did is he only talked to me for a certain amount of time and took the money that I put on his books and started chirping other people. That's what I believe he did, and lost all communication with him. So what do you guys think? Like I said, I've had several people this week contact me and advise me they believe that I am the cause for him to file for continuance and look for other legal aspects, because I advised him that the public defender is not doing shit for him, which is not God's honest truth, because public defenders and prosecutors work out of the same office. They all go to lunch together. They work strategies in cases that are in together. You know, I just told him basically, you're going to get screwed, which he deserves to get screwed no matter what, you know. But I was trying to get him to open up. And now that this person who contacted me from the get-go said, you know, he might have looked at you like a father figure because he doesn't have anybody in jail. And I wasn't trying to be a father figure. I was just trying to get some information, get him to open up and see if he would tell me anything. And then after this person advised me of that, I sat back and thought about it. Yeah, you know, I'm almost 30 years older than him. He has nobody to talk to, you know, and maybe he did take my advice and say, hey, this dude is right. You know, this goddamn public defender ain't doing shit for me. So I want to look at other other avenues as far as an attorney or what he can do to get a better deal or whatever. I'm not saying that I did that, but it does kind of make sense to me now after a couple people had contacted me about that. And then all of a sudden, within a month later, here we go. He's requesting a continuance, and the story ends there. So, and now we see that he has been spoken to by SP. Then you got the search going on in the Wabash River. And after, like I said, after I spoke to the one individual who confronted me prior to everybody else started asking me about it or making comments about it, it made sense to me. Yeah, Ophelia, I totally agree. I think I did give him options. Hold on. Let me pull your message up. Ophelia, and she states, Frank, I feel you gave him options he already knew or should have known. I don't think Keegan's too bright when it comes to the legal system. Yeah, the dude's a whiz when it comes to computer technology. Everybody knows that. There's no doubt about that. Randy Ophelia, he is in Wisconsin. I'm not sure if it's for with a family member picking up a new vehicle or what it is, but I spoke with him early this morning. He's doing okay. So he knew that I was going to go live with this, and he said he advised me I should, and so I did. So, you know, I don't have no sympathy for the dude, and it might have seemed like it did when I was talking to him. Like I said, I was trying to use a little bit of reverse psychology on him to see what I can get out of him, because you know that he was doing the same thing during his transcripts with LE when they were talking to him. He was using reverse psychology on them to find out what they knew. So I tried to do the same thing to him, and apparently something worked. I mean, that's the only thing I can figure, since everybody else is, a few people have came to me and said, you're the one that caused this. And I'm like, no, I don't know about that. And then after I thought about it for a while, I was like, maybe, I might have got into his head a little bit. And he was like, okay, this guy's got a point here. They're not doing shit for me. They're going to fucking rack me for 150 plus years. Maybe I can do something to where I can get some time cut or whatever the circumstances might be. Because I've already went over with you guys and several lives before. He's got 3 options when it comes to sentencing. The minimum sentence guideline in the state of Indiana for all the charges, the 30 charges he's got, the minimum sentence is 26 years, people. And then you got the recommendation by the prosecutor, which is 75 years. And then the maximum sentence the judge can sentence him to is 150 plus years. So I think it's possible that I did get into his head, making him think, yeah, they're going to screw me. They're going to give me the max. So maybe he's reconsidering, hey, I do know things. And if I tell them things, will they give me some slack? Which I hope they don't, but it's always a possibility. Because this is the state of Indiana, and I brought this case up many times before. About a year ago, there was a music teacher out of Boone County, Indiana, who was arrested and charged with child exploitation. Now, after I found out that he took a plea agreement on this charge with no jail time and no sex offenders list, that should tell you how Indiana law runs, people. It's really fucked up that they're going to give somebody selling weed or whatever 20 to 25 years. And this dude's from Boone County only got a slap on the wrist for the shit. It kind of pisses me off. It's like they think that it's all right for these pedophiles to go around doing this crap. Oh, we'll slap you on your hand and see if you'll learn your lesson. It really pisses me off because honestly, if I was in prison, you best believe I'm going to be in front of a judge with the charge of murder. That is guaranteed. Because if I had my way, I'd go in and kill every one of them. So, sick bastards, man. They are sick bastards. Yeah, I told him that, Ophelia. I told him, I said, I know you're probably suspicious of me because you don't know me from Adam. But I wanted him to hear what I had to say and get him to think about what he's doing. I pity the fool, but he's got everything coming that he deserves. Now, if he gets a low minimum sentence, I'm really going to be pissed off. And don't think I won't go to the judicial system and throw a fucking fit. Believe that. And I don't care about the cursing or anything. It's just me today, guys. If you guys want to come up on the panel, I will put the stream in the chat. Give me just a second, guys. If anybody wants to come on and chit chat with me. There is the link, guys. If anybody wants to come on the panel with me, you're more than welcome. So everybody, you give me. I already got that information, Randy. It's easy to get that information. All you have to do is look up his court case on mycase.gov and pull up one of his case, and it has his inmate number. And all I have to do is get the address to the Miami County Jail, and that's all I got to do. So, you talking about Kelly, Aaron, Kimmy? You talking about Kelly, Aaron, Kimmy? Because if that's who you're talking about, that's the Kelly Aaron that he's talking about, that Keegan was talking about. Who we got? All right, D. Nice to see you, girlfriend. What is up, girl?
Hey, Frank. No, just, trying to keep up with all this craziness.
Yeah, how you
I do
feeling?
think you calling him might have had some effect, or messaging him. I really do.
Yeah,
Like, even if it was just the little slightest mental nudge in the right direction to get a different lawyer.
right. But
Because,
he never got a different lawyer either. He still got the same one. I think he did that because this is just my opinion. After I talked to him, I think I did get to him and say, hey, they're going to screw me if I don't talk. They're going to put the hammer down on me. So what can I do to get less time? You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
or it could have got him asking his lawyer the right questions to make him work for him.
give me just a second there. Miss Thang, it's Kelly Aaron. It's Kelly Erin. That's Kelly Aaron. There you go, Raggedy Susan. Thank you. Go ahead, D.
I don't even know what I was saying.
you,
COVID
have
brain.
you have a brain fart, or are you toking on some good shit?
Oh, no, look, last night I smoked 2 bowls and I coughed so much. I just can't. So I finally got weed after 2 weeks, but my lungs won't take it.
I tried to tell you to take little bitty hits, but
I
you didn't want
did.
All right. Anybody else want to come up and join us? I know there's people on my chat that want to come up and talk.
Don't be scared. We don't bite.
We don't bite.
Only growl.
What's up, straight from the horse's mouth? You want to come on, buddy? You've been contacting me a lot here lately in my messenger. Me and you've been talking the last couple nights. Do I need to put the link down again? I'll put the link up again. If anybody wants to come up. There you go. And how many mods do I got in here? I got True Crime Shannon. I got D. Who is this? What's up, Shannon?
Hey, I'm not gonna show my face because I don't have any.
Yeah, I know your excuses every time.
Y'all, I've been working so hard on my channel this week. I'm sure you've seen how much there's been a lot going on. Delphi is just another one.
Yep.
It's been a busy week. Well, actually, the whole month. August is going, man. So yeah, I'm still working, so I'm kind of cheating and just chatting a little bit while I'm finishing up some work here. But
so
I don't know.
Let me ask you something, Shannon.
Yeah.
What do you think about me talking to Keegan? Do you think it had any effect on why he filed for a continuance and wanted to look up through other legal options?
I don't think so, but it's hard to read Keegan because, it's possible maybe it's stuck in his head. I mean, I think it's a possible in the middle on it. I mean, it could have just, maybe he heard it from a few people and he's like, I don't know, maybe that's true and I need to look into my lawyer and my options. But as far as beyond that, say you did. I mean, I don't think it did anything else by him just saying, I want to check into more options. I mean, I don't think it had nothing to do with all this other crap because, I mean, if people think that, you did all that, I'm like, nah, I think he has a few people probably getting in his ear. And like I said, he's got that girlfriend out there and she's watching us all on socials and YouTube. She's telling him stuff.
Well, I can
So-
tell you right now, he no longer has a chirp account. They took it away from him.
So he don't. So how do they even get that? I had no idea till you said that they got.
In Indiana went to this program they have in the jails here that they issue iPads to all the inmates to where they could chirp or they could FaceTime.
I didn't know that they were allowed iPads at all. I didn't
Yeah,
know.
they're
He doesn't seem like the type that should have any electronics.
Yeah.
well, I can tell you right now that they don't have access to social media.
Oh, okay, all right, all
But
right.
they have access to their emails, though. I thought they had that because they were allowed. Well, then in Illinois, but that's in Illinois. I'm not sure about Indiana.
You cannot send them pictures through this chirp account. You can't do anything. It's straight texting. That's
Okay.
basically what it is.
And they can monitor it, I assume.
Yes, they monitor everything that's coming into those iPads.
Yeah.
I think he used you though for chirp money. Really?
Well, I mean, that's fine. I did what I had to do to try to get him to talk
Yeah.
to me, you know.
I don't think that's neither here nor there. I think that was just part of, everything that you were doing. I just believe that, like you said earlier, he might be really great with computers. He probably doesn't know the law that well if he's not the sharpest tool in the shed or doesn't have. Yeah.
I mean, I think he's going to use anybody he possibly can to try to like get weasel his way out of whatever he can weasel his way out
Yeah.
of. I wouldn't be surprised if he's talking like talking to ISP. Maybe he's throwing his dad under the bus or somebody else. I mean, I think there's something going on there because
Right.
it is strange though, and they were trying to be all secretive about it. You know how like I posted some of the pictures on my thing. It's like they were all trying to act like they weren't official and all that when they were out there. I think they just finished up because they were out there for like 7 or 8 days in the water.
Well,
But
they
it was
were
really low.
they were out there all yesterday too.
Oh, they maybe they just finished it or they're not done. I don't know
think-
what they're looking for. People think they're looking for a weapon or a phone or a memory card or I'm like, you think he's still gonna be there?
Just from the beginning, though, everything just has been all out of whack and all done wrong. And we already know that, but it's
Yeah.
so different. I mean, I don't know. And it's good to see everybody. And D, I hope you do get better. We'll
Feel
talk
better,
later.
D. Yeah, poor D. I had no
Thanks,
idea she's been
guys.
sick. That's awful.
Right. I mean, you guys got to realize also this might not even have anything to do with the Delphi case. I mean, it could just be strictly the C-spam thing.
I didn't even know he had a girlfriend either. So I've been like out of the loop for a lot of
I can't
things.
believe anybody wants to date him, but I mean, I know.
That's where he got
I'm
arrested.
sorry,
at.
that's horrible, but it's true.
He got arrested at his girlfriend's house back in 2020. That's
Well, I
where they
guess
got
there's
him at.
somebody for everybody.
I guess. I think I'd rather date Howard the Duck.
All right,
Oh,
Steffa just told, where did I see that? Oh, no, this is straight from the horse's mouth. He is saying they are still there this morning.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Hmm.
Who is
Hey,
that
Marv.
cat in the chat? Is that Marv? Is
Yeah,
that Marv?
Marv's in Minnesota today, guys. She had to take her daughter up to get settled in for college in her dorm and everything.
Oh,
And I had to message her because there was a problem with StreamYard and I couldn't figure it out. And I had to
I was
message her.
thinking on poor Frank. I'm like, did you break it?
And then what I ended up having to do is delete the thumbnail that I had created for the 2:30 and recreate another one for 3 o'clock, and it kept doing the same thing. So what I did is I rebooted my system and went back in, and it cleared it up. I don't know what the hell happened, but here we are.
It could be just a weird fluke. So Marv, what do you think about the call? Do you mean the chirps? Do you think that I haven't heard what Marv thinks. I don't know what she thinks.
I don't really think she's going to be chatting a lot because, like I said, they're moving her
I
daughter.
know she's busy with her kiddo, but I'm just wondering if she's still in here. She might have to. Oh, she's saying you got to turn the Tabitha pick off.
Well, I just rebooted my system and it just disappeared. So, but how's Marv? You about send me a link. She wants to come into the StreamYard. All right, give me a second, hon.
Oh,
I hope I'm not echoing at all.
Nobody's echoing at all, guys.
Cool. Thanks.
There you are, Marv. It's coming.
But yeah, I'm super interested to. I mean, I don't think we're gonna find out, but man, I so want to know what they were looking for.
Me too.
I mean,
I mean, I'm nosy as hell. I'm like, what are they looking for?
That's what I think too, Dave. Friend one
That's-
flipped or told law enforcement
yeah,
something.
that is kind of suspicious when you
Or something could have been buried or left behind. I don't know. That's exactly what you guys are saying, so I don't have to repeat it.
Yeah, it is kind of suspicious if friend one was on probation for drugs, whatever it was, and then all of a sudden he got busted with a deadly weapon or whatever it was, and he was looking at some serious time. And for him to get out on house arrest, that was kind of what is going on here?
Yeah.
Marv, she's in the car. Hi,
Welcome.
partner.
Hello, Marv.
Hi,
Did you
Marv.
get off? Are you with the kid or is she gone?
I'm going to Target to get her some stuff for her room.
Okay, so you haven't
Ah.
left permanently yet.
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on when I created the live. The picture wasn't there. Then when the StreamYard, her picture was there. I was like, "What the hell is going on here?"
You have to turn it off. Go into the button below the banners
Okay.
and
Okay.
unclick on her picture.
Okay, gotcha. Well, damn, there it is. It just popped up. What the hell?
Yeah. So what do you think of his chirps, Marv? Do you think that they had anything to do with any of this crap?
Whose chirp? What chirps?
When I was chirping Keegan Klein.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She's like out of prayer.
My brain's not on that stuff right now.
Okay.
But I just wanted to come on and tell him how to get this picture off.
Well, I clicked on banners, Marv, and there's nothing there.
No, below banners. The button below banners.
Brand? Okay, gotcha.
Do you see where her picture is now if you scroll down?
I got it.
There
we
you
are.
go.
Yay!
There we go.
All right, I'm gonna go. Have
Be
fun.
Safe.
Be safe.
All right, bye.
Call me when you get home.
Bye, Marv.
All right,
Bye.
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 See you, Marv. Have a great trip.
See, I learn something new every day, guys.
Well, I haven't used StreamYard except for coming on y'all's show and stuff. So I'm about to start using that. So I'll probably have questions. I'm better with video, and I was trying to help her out with some of that. So it's like a learning experience. All this stuff, you know.
Can y'all see that up on the screen? That's why I wanted to do this. He's one of the people that contacted me about the chirping I did with Keegan and the timeline of him requesting a continuance. And another person that contacted me lives here in Indiana. They are another creator, and they basically told me the same thing as Straight from the Horse's Mouth is talking about. And I pondered on it. My brain hasn't shut down in 3 days, guys. I went to bed at 6 o'clock this morning pondering if I should do a live on this or not. So I ended up falling asleep and waking up about 10:30 this morning. So I've had 4 hours of sleep in 2 days, guys. So
Yeah, I know you tried to call me when I was asleep.
I see. I'm so used to you being up at 5 o'clock getting ready for
Not
work.
on Fridays. So Fridays I don't
So I was like, I need some help here, Shannon.
Aww.
But yeah, he's like, I'm interested though. I guess it could, Shipper. I don't know. I mean, but I don't know. I mean, maybe you convinced him to talk. I mean, it could be part of the nudge. You know,
It could be, yeah. Yeah.
it could be, but either way, I mean, it's not like, I don't think we're ever gonna know. I mean, it just takes one person to say to somebody, "Hey, maybe you should rethink your lawyer or whatever," and they might go, "Wait, maybe I should."
Right.
And does that mean,
yeah.
you're a good or bad person? No, it just means the person maybe finally started thinking. Because I mean, how much does he really think? I don't think Keegan thinks that much about a lot of things. So
No, I don't think he does either.
I mean, I'm not trying to say he's dumb because he's not dumb about like phones and stuff. He's not.
Fired up, Vanessa.
That,
Yeah. I mean, it's neither here nor there. I think I just I just think maybe you freaked him out a little bit. And also, a lot of people don't understand those tactics of the military very much. They know they're there, but they don't understand how it's used.
Right.
And
Exactly.
I come from a military brat family, so I do know how they're used.
Right.
But it's just different. And yeah, like you said, he could be good with phones and computers, and I totally understand that. I used to be good at that stuff until everything just keeps changing.
Right.
And I'm like, oh my goodness. But the one thing I didn't understand when I was a lot younger was my rights. And you gotta know your rights.
Right.
Gotta know your rights. Seriously.
Let
So,
me respond to Vanessa real quick.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna put my stuff on mute for a minute. So.
Hey, Vanessa, you see me. You see it in my hand, girl. It's that time. I got another question here from Wendy. Frank, is FBI over the case now? Not the loafers who have been. From my understanding, no, they're not over the case. They're just basically a backup unless they need them for like forensics testing and things of that nature. That's my understanding. I don't quote me on that. So,
but FBI also screwed up. I didn't cover that in mine, but Mob Crew did. They screwed up with that Marathon gas station.
But how do we know that?
Yeah,
supposedly.
That's what they're saying, and I'm waiting. I was about to ask him, did he confirm any of that somehow? Because that's floating, and I didn't confirm it, so that's why I didn't report it, because I'm not reporting it on my channel. But it does. I've heard it in multiple places, but Reddit is infamous for all kinds of speculation. So I'm like, does that confirm that they screwed up with the footage, or is it not?
Well, we never know, because it could be local law enforcement trying to direct the heat away from them because nothing's been done on this case. So they might be trying to blame the FBI for all the screw ups. We just don't know.
Yeah, they're trying to say it's the same FBI chief who the whole thing with the what's his face with the gymnasts.
No, Larry Nassar.
Yeah,
you're talking about.
It had to do with all the same guy who was over all the Larry Nassar crap, and
you're talking about.
Like, oh boy.
You're talking about Jay Abbott. That's who was in charge.
I was like, I was thinking of his name, Abbott, but I haven't heard a major reporting of it. So, and I don't think even the murder sheet actually said anything about it, unless I'm wrong. I have to go check there, because they apparently did another one. They did like 2 different posts this week. So regardless of what you think of them, they seem to find out things. So it's very interesting to me. So,
I have a point on that.
Yeah.
I think, okay, all the murder sheet stuff that they've released, the Keegan Klein stuff, Ron Logan stuff, all that was documented, and we could see the documentation. They have zero documentation to back any of this stuff up. So I don't know if the FBI messed up or not.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
I don't know if Keegan Klein was seen.
Yeah.
I don't put 100% into that.
That one is iffy. So that's why I left that one out of my update, because I'm like, I think that's too speculative still. Because I mean, we could say it's been chatted about, but for those of us like y'all are trying to do on this channel, I'm like, and most of the channels are, they're trying to remain, but I think it's like, well, did that really happen? I'm curious, but I have to look more into it, because like I said, there's just so much thrown out there, but we definitely know. He was brought to Peru, Indiana from Miami, and we know that they're searching Wabash. That's what we do know, and we do know he's looking into all these options. So those are what we do know. So I mean, those are information we have found out. He does, because he's a lawyer. He's a lawyer.
Well, let me jump in here real quick. I was planning to call the state board today and ask him how that works, because if I file FOIA requests on both cases, I'm being denied because it's an open and criminal investigation. Nobody has access to it. Mm-hmm. So you tell me how the hell Kevin Greenlee is getting this shit. He is not part of the case, so he has no privilege to any of the documents. So that's telling me that he's working with somebody in the courts, or he's working with LD somehow.
Just rubbing elbows.
Yeah, they were saying that. Remember, he said that they were on there, the original docs from the interviews. They were uploaded by mistake. So I don't know if that's true or not. I couldn't tell you. And then he
Well,
found that part. I don't know.
well, I can
Whether
tell
that
you
stuff
that
was sorry.
I could tell you the Keegan Klein thing was uploaded for about 5 or 10 minutes, and then I don't know if they caught their mistake or realized what they did. They immediately took it down.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
So
they definitely got some connections, I think, either way. But I heard they've also gotten into some potential issues with LE. So
yeah,
I don't
I've
know
heard the same thing.
what side of the line they're on. You know what I'm saying? I think they also put themselves in potential because they've been pulled in for questioning. So
Well,
from that I've heard.
I'm gonna pull up Anna's comment here. TMS has claimed they have permission to release the things they have found.
Yeah.
I'm here to tell you they haven't found shit. Somebody's fucking spoon feeding them. That is what's happening. Unless he's abusing his attorney privileges, that's the only thing I can think of.
Well, Dee, what do you think?
I think that Murder Sheets is not the only people who grab that information at the very first, because I've heard other creators say they had the info just as long. That Murder Sheet used her freedom of the press because she's in the press somehow because she worked on a TV show.
She's a journalist. That's what it is.
Okay. Thank you, Frank. And they released all that with her freedom of the press thing, that they can release information they brought to light because it's news and the people deserve to know. They didn't have the family's permission to release that. They didn't have law enforcement's permission because they called and left a message at law enforcement and they never got back to them. So at the very best, well, no answer is a good answer. So let's just do what we want. And, they don't have to listen to the family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They, I don't know. It's just all craziness.
It is crazy. It's so
I
hard.
don't think Murder Sheet deserves a quarter of the praise that they get from everybody, because all they've done, releasing all the information that they've released, is muddy the waters. Talk about old people like Ron Logan. I don't know about you all, but I don't think he did it. I don't think he was involved maybe till after the fact.
That's what I'm starting to think too.
That's what I'm thinking.
He realized what happened and he knew that he felt like he was being set up. That's my take on it. So, I mean, it's just, there's some things with him and his phone pinging that is kind of up in the air to me, and it just don't make any sense. So.
Yeah, somebody was saying about the RL saying that he was still a suspect. I saw that posted. That was crap.
Well, I'm here to I want to tell you, I think it's Anna. She made a comment about the retired FBI agent.
Yeah.
I know somebody that's in contact with her, and I
know who it is too. Usually I like what she says, but I disagree with that one.
Yeah, I saw the screenshots that was messaged back to this person I know, and this retired FBI agent's pretty pissed off that Murder Sheets is trying to put all the blame on the FBI. She's pretty hot.
For her to say just a few days ago that Ron Logan was still the best fit, she wasn't even involved with the case. So why is this coffin letter or whatever her name is? Why is she saying anything about this case?
Well, she's an expert in her field, but yeah, I mean, I normally like what she's got to say, but like I said, this is such a big case. You have to be careful with what you say, and I think people listen to her, so I'm like, ugh. Because even Paul Holes won't say any word. He was out there. He's been out there a few times, and he was out there recently. He's not saying a word because he's a retired criminologist. So sometimes you got to like choose your battles and words, and I think that this is one thing that she should have just not said anything, because it's people are like either they agree with her or they're like, oh no, and so but I don't agree with her on it. I don't.
And see, this is what worries me about KK's case with all this information being released, because his attorney my opinion, just from experience and watching a lot of court TV and things like that, the defense will eat the prosecution alive because there is no proof that Keegan was even there or anything. So, I mean, it's a sit and wait situation right now, and I've been having this vibe ever since he filed for a continuance that something's going to take place between October. I changed it. It was November to January. Now it's October to January. I did that because he's got his first pretrial conference on October 20th. And like I said before, earlier in the live stream, if there's anybody that's in here that wasn't there at that time, I am planning to go to his first pretrial conference October 20th if I'm able to get up there. And if I do get up there, believe me, people, I'm going to record everything in that courtroom, everything that's being said. I'm going to take pictures of Keegan, things in that nature. So
Yeah, we need more pictures of him because there's not enough pictures for all of our talk about him. So
honestly,
I would love that. I would love that. Then we could do reporting on it. I think you should do a live stream out there.
let's see. Yeah, Vanessa, I feel the same way.
My lead is calling me, y'all. I gotta pop off.
All right.
See you later. Bye.
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 Vanessa Marie says, I feel Ron Logan knew more after the fact, but he didn't plan or do it. I totally agree. I think that once he realized what was taking place, that's when he started freaking out. He started freaking out like these son of a bitches are gonna try to frame me for this. So, and I believe that's the reason why he was desperate to get in contact with his cousin at 9:30 in the morning on the 14th to cover an alibi because he was freaking out. Okay, let me see what we got. What'd you say, Jada? And subscribers paid for first-hand knowledge, $20 a month fee. Would you care to explain what you mean by that, Jada? Anybody else want to come up and chat? If you want to, I'll drop the link. How about you, Sifa? Would you like to come up?
I am gonna click leave this part of the chat because
Yeah, you're
I'm not
fine.
saying much and I don't really feel well. I might have to lay down.
You do that. You need to get better anyway.
Yeah, get some rusty.
I'm still gonna be here, just in the
Okay.
chat.
If
Okay.
anybody wants to come back up, wants to come up, I'll drop the link again.
I'm sorry, I'm not chatting much.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
I'm just listening because I like catching up with everything since I've been on and off and a lot of offline for a while. Been on and
Right.
so. But it is nice to hear different things and getting caught up with certain
Right.
stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, DGR Dave, the more and more I keep seeing and looking at things, I watched a podcast a creator the other day that had a woman that sent a videotape to her. She did a tour of Peru, Indiana to show everybody where all the bridges were and all that stuff like that. Well, she happened to drive by Tony Klein's house. The truck wasn't out in front of the house like it normally was. Well, as soon as she passed his house and passed friend one's old house right next door, there's a big lot right there next door to the friend one's old house. And I'll be damned, Tony Klein's truck was parked back there like he was trying to hide it. So I was like, he's trying to hide. Yeah, you know what I mean?
And that was, when was this that you saw this?
I believe it was 2 nights ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
So
That's okay. Wow.
look at Jill Mosier. Look what she put up here. FBI, Frank's best ideas. Good one, Jill. I like that.
That's sweet.
Yeah, D, that's what I was talking about. You saw the same thing. Semi hidden away. He was trying to hide his truck.
D, you'll have to send me, if you have a link to that, could you private message me that? Because I would like to see that.
I can tell you whose channel it was on. It was on. It
I'm
was
not going to remember right now. My brain, I'm in like a total food coma right now.
Do me a favor, and I'm going to put my email up here, and send me your email, and I will send you the information.
Yeah, that sounds good. Hold on a second. Let me see here.
What's up, CC? Nice to see you. And I want DGR Dave to come up on panel. He's always in our chat. He's always got good opinions. Well, everybody, you're awful quiet out there.
I'm sorry.
Oh, not you, Ophelia.
It's just like I'm trying to do stuff at the same time.
Yeah, D. Look at this comment by D.
Let me see here.
Up on the screen.
Okay. It was Sunny's show. See,
Yeah.
I'm like not. I gotta get back into everything. I've just been away.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. This is a good woman right here, Miss Deborah Rollinson. Me and her really don't know each other like that, but we do because I was a radio broadcaster back in the early 80s. When I was in high school, I took a college correspondence course for radio broadcasting. And so I went through the course for 3 years and I got licensed. So I was actually on the air for a whole year. Well, my instructor, if you're from Indianapolis, Indiana, my instructor was a DJ for WFMS for many years. His name was Charlie Morgan. Well, his real name outside of his radio name is Brian Smith. Well, she worked with Brian Smith. So that's how me and her kind of connect with each other because of individuals that we worked with. She knows guys I went to school with and went to radio broadcasting school. She worked with the same people.
Wow.
So me and Deb,
That's really cool.
Yeah. So I like speaking with Deb because she's very knowledgeable.
Well,
very knowledgeable.
I'm from Northern Illinois, and I used to hang out in Indiana a lot when I was younger, and that in Iowa. There's not a whole lot in Iowa.
Right.
No, we were just teenagers, just dumb kids. That or we'd go all the way to Wisconsin,
Right.
Go to shows like Madison or Milwaukee or, and then we go to shows in Chicago and then we go hang out in Indiana. There was like some other stuff going on there here and there. Or like for some reason we would just end up at someone's house, a party house, or someone's huge farmyard camping. I don't know. But we had great time.
Thank you, DGR, for the super sticker. Much appreciated, buddy.
Thank you. It's awesome. But I do miss it. I haven't been there in a while. I do keep telling Randy that I'm gonna come up and visit him at some point. Be nice because I have cousins in Indiana now, so they moved from Wisconsin.
Yeah, he's up in Wisconsin right now.
Yeah, I heard you say that. He's in. Yeah, he's doing something. I didn't get a chance to talk to him, but I'll be able to talk to him tomorrow. I'll give him a shout out at some point later. We keep in touch.
Can my mods please drop? It's a crime and shame. Drop all the links to the channels that we support, please. All right, private chat.
I seriously want to know though, Frank, I want to talk to you privately, but I want to know, did you go to Fort McCoy, Wisconsin at all?
No, I went to basic training at Fort Jackson, South Carolina.
Okay.
And then I was sent to Fort Worth, Georgia for my AIT schooling. And then from there, I was supposed to go to Fort Benning, Georgia for jump school. Well, while I was in AIT, I was on the flag football team for the company I was in, and I broke my wrist. So they had to reassign me, and I had to wait an extra month or so after everybody graduated from my class. I was stuck at Fort Gordon until I got reassigned.
Oh,
Yeah. So then I got shipped over to Germany and did my tour over there. And if I would have stayed in, I was going to get sent to Fort Campbell to go to air assault school. And I was like, no, I'm done with this because the war's getting ready to get started.
yeah.
And I didn't want no part of it. But once the war started, I tried to re-enlist and they wouldn't take prior service. So I gave up on it.
Well, at some point, I would really like to talk to you personally about it because, like, just the stuff that I have with my family and everything that's really cool. It could relate on something that would be nice.
And Deb, yes, I mentioned that you worked at WFMS with Brian Smith, in which, you know, he was my instructor, my college prep course for radio broadcasting. You know, Fritz Mosier, we were in the same graduating class. And yeah, me and Deb know quite a few people in common because of the radio broadcasting angle of things. So
That's awesome. I always wanted to get into that when I was younger, but I mean, I went to the community college in Freeport, Illinois. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot there for us.
as a matter of fact, me and Deb were talking about this yesterday. So it's so natural for me to be able to talk to the public.
Oh, yeah.
Because of radio broadcasting. The only difference is in radio broadcasting, you don't have a camera in your face. There's no difference. So
Yeah. So you can just show up in your pajamas and just
yeah,
kinda
at the
do your
radio,
thing.
basically you can over there at the radio stations, yes, but
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
and I mean, and Deb doesn't live far from me. She lives maybe 20, 25 minutes away from me.
Oh, that's awesome. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, she's just north of me. Well,
Nice.
Delphi After Dark, Rick Shea, he lives 10 minutes from me. I live in Greenwood, Indiana, and he lives in Beech Grove, Indiana.
Oh, wow. You guys could just take back roads to see each other then.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I was pretty surprised of all the people that are YouTubers that live here in Indiana, especially creators. I was kind of amazed. So
That's cool. I'm really glad you went live. This is really nice. I thought CD was supposed to go live. I wasn't sure about anything
right.
or something like that. But then when I saw you came up, I'm like, oh, okay, well, let's go into here. See what's going on.
All right. Anybody else want to come up on the panel?
I'm going to go ahead and go back into chat.
Okay.
Did you get my message? Like, there's like.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just reach me there and then we'll just talk and it'll be great.
All right, then.
Great.
Thank
All right,
you.
Frank. You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Come back in chat.
Yep.
Bye.
I'm going to be here for another 10 to 15 minutes, guys. If there's anything anybody wants to talk about, let's get it on. If you want to come up on the panel, let me know, and I'll drop the link again. Thank you for showing up, Deb. I'm much appreciated. And I don't know why. Hold on a second here. Where'd it go? Let me read this real quick. I don't see Deb getting picked on because I tell you what, I'll be honest with you. Any of my peoples that's in this chat, any other creators or anything, I'll take a bullet for every one of you. And that's the God's honest truth. You know, you guys are like my second family, and it's going to be like that. And it's not going to change because you guys are giving a lot of support to these channels, and it's like one big family, and it's much appreciated, guys. What's going on, Lakeside Digital? Digital, honestly, it's really hard to say because they're keeping everything so close to the vest, you know. And I mean, honestly, that when I went into Discord and saw you guys talking about the MS and podcast and how they were blaming the FBI this and the FBI that, and I made my statement, and I'm going to stick to my statement. We don't know if FBI really did screw this case up because there's no proof. That's just word to ear. But then again, I look at it in another way. What if local LE is trying to divert the attention away from them and blaming everything on the FBI? You got to look at it that way too. So nice to see you, Pam. It was nice to have Mark on last night. And we are going to work hard for your guys' family when it comes to Tabitha. Believe me on that. If you don't believe me, you can ask anybody in this chat. We work our asses off for missing persons and things in that nature, cold cases. So Deb's the one who gave me the confidence to basically go live about the conversation that I had with Keegan Klein. So I didn't know if I was going to do it. Bree Wilbur, Stephanie, I can tell you that Bree was at the bridge that day, or she was on the trails that day. I do know that for a fact, but she was in the process of leaving or had already left when the girls had arrived. That's all I know about her. No, Ophelia Payne. Me and Dad didn't go to the school. She's a few years older than me. I'm just saying that me and her have worked with the same colleagues. She worked for a radio station and worked with my old college prep instructor, and he was a DJ for a local radio station in Indianapolis at the time. And she also knows some of the guys I graduated school with that went to broadcasting school. She knows a few of the guys I graduated with. So, and that's how me and basically Deb really got to talking, was because of our background in radio and acquaintances that we knew. So, support, I have not heard that, because my understanding is that Chase and Bree lived in walking distance of the trails. So I mean, I haven't heard anything about her taking a bus. I'm being honest with you on that. I just know that they lived in walking distance of the trails. That's all I know. Thank you, I much appreciated. Anybody want to come up on the chat? I got about 10 more minutes. Anybody got anything they specifically want to discuss? And I don't mean talk about other creators, because Dee is very good at letting you know we do not discuss other creators on this channel. We do not badmouth other creators on this channel. We do not allow bickering in our chats. And Dee will let you know in a heartbeat if it starts what the consequences are. We don't want none of that garbage in our channel. Because when you start talking about other creators and bad mouthing and all that stuff, what it does is it causes you to have a bad name, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Now, if you go into another YouTube channel, if I go into another creator's channel and they talk about it, that's on them. And I'll join right in, because it's not affecting me. You know, because I could care less what anybody says about me. They don't know me as a person. If they really knew me as a person, I applaud them, because they would see what kind of person, what a nice guy I am. I could be your best friend. I could be a father figure to you, an uncle to you, whatever. Just ask Callie P, True Crime Blow. I've kind of taken that young man under my wing a little bit and talked with him, you know, because he's had a hard life. Everybody knows that. And he knows that I won't put up with his bullshit. And I'll put him in his place, and he knows it. So I don't have no problem with helping people if you need somebody to talk to. I mean, you know the circumstances, you know, being in your 50s, you done basically lived your life, and you see people making mistakes and you try to correct it because you've made those same mistakes and you learned what to do to correct those situations. Sandra, like I said earlier, when all this started going down in August about him asking for a continuance and for other legal options, it instantly clicked on my mind. I'm thinking, okay, he's got a pretrial conference October 20th of this year, and then he's got his last pretrial conference in December before his trial in January. Okay, and I'm thinking that full steam ahead is going to take place. I said from November to January, but I've moved it back a month. Now I'm going to say October to January because I've already explained to everybody, if you're just not coming in the chat, my intentions are to go to his October 20th pretrial hearing. I want to record everything that's being said. I want to take pictures of Keegan and possibly do a live. I can't guarantee that I'm going to make it up there, but I'm going to do my best to try to make it up there because I want firsthand knowledge of what's going on in that courtroom. Because you can't trust what's being put out there in the media. Because you know media will twist shit just to get your attention. So if I go in there with my phone and put it on silent and start, yeah, Deb, I didn't say you were old. I just said you were my elder. But like I was saying, you know how the media likes to twist shit to get the ratings and things like that. So I want to get it actually on tape or video of what they're saying in the courtroom and things like that, so nobody misinterprets what's being said by the media. So anybody got anything else? I'm trying to read through everything as quickly as possible. Yes, polygraph, he's allowed visitors. I'm not sure how they do it there in Miami County. I don't know if they have actual physical visitations or if they do behind a glass window or if they do TV monitor visitations. I don't know anything about that. Stop it, Steffa. Stop it. You're trying to be funny. I love Deb to death. She's a good woman. Yes, she is a good woman. I really enjoy talking to her. You know, I get a lot of advice from her. You know, sometimes I do call her just to get her advice, you know, to see what her opinions are on things. And she lays it out to me straight, how she feels. And I respect her opinions. Me and her have a lot of the same opinions. We agree on a lot of things. But then again, there are times we do disagree on certain things, but we don't make a big deal out of it. You know, all the channels have always discussed that everybody has their opinions and they're entitled to that. And that's just fine. We might not agree with it, but hey, who are we to say they're not allowed to say that? All right, Dad, beat me up. Go back to the chat. I never said you were in a nursing home. But we'll be there one day soon, Deb. You know that. Hopefully we don't, but I'm not looking forward to that. I'd rather die in my own bed, in my own home. So I just want to tell everybody I love you all. I really appreciate you guys coming and supporting this channel. It's really good to see people coming out and hanging out and discussing things and giving their opinions, and it's just great to see. I love it. I really love you guys. Steffa is my secret girlfriend when it comes to the to the trails in Delphi. I met her back in March on the Memorial Walk, and she's a really sweet lady. You know, me, her, and Betty Noor, and somebody else, the gentleman that cleaned the memorial right there at the split of the trails. I can't remember his name. He was with us. We walked through the woods to Ron Logan's property to the location where the girls were found, and that's how we did it. Honestly, I got up on that bridge, took 2 steps, turned around and said, fuck you, somebody else can do this. There was no way I was going across that bridge. And you could say you must have small nuts or small balls. Hey, I don't give a damn. I got small balls, I'll admit it. I'm a chicken shit when it comes to going across that bridge, because you never know, one swift of women and you're on that bridge, there goes that bridge tumbling sideways. You ain't gonna catch me in that. So, but about 5 more minutes, guys. About 5 more minutes. Anybody got anything that they want to discuss or bring up or want answers to, or? If not, I'm going to close it out here in about 5 minutes, guys. So if anybody wants these messages between me and KK, let me know. You can send me a message to our email, which is up on the screen. And I would be gladly to forward the conversation between me and KK. Yeah, D, it's hotter than hell in my apartment, and I've got the air conditioner on. I don't know if it's because I'm sitting here talking to you guys or what it is, but damn, I'm sweating. It doesn't help that I'm having me a Scooby snack at the same time. But I thought I'd come on here, like I said, after speaking with Deb and Straight from the Horse's Mouth and a few other people. They convinced me, basically saying they believe, or it's possible that I did get him to think about his situation and ask for continuance and see what kind of better deal he could have got by telling Keegan that this public defender is not going to do shit for you. He's just going to hang you dry, which was not in my intent. I didn't want to tell him that, but I just used that scenario as a reverse psychology type tactic. So to see if I can get him to speak. So thanks, DGR, appreciate it. And now the haters, I know you guys under your breath is like, this son of a bitch is lying about talking to KK. That's why I decided to come on live and show everybody, yes, I did talk to KK. I showed all the messages. Honestly, Vanessa, I have not talked to Kalista. Usually if she's got an issue or if she wants to talk to somebody, she'll reach out to me and Marv, but we haven't heard from her in a couple months. So I would imagine she's doing okay. So Purdue, yeah, but I like partnering up with Marv. She's good people, you know, and we work together well. And it's easier for 2 people to do a channel because then you got 2 people who could be researching at the same time. It's not one, because honestly, I don't know how individuals can do a live by themselves and do all the research and then do all the videos and things like that by themselves. I just don't see how they can do it. As you can see, I have issues still, and I'm still learning the process of StreamYard and thumbnails and Canva and all that stuff. So, but got about 2 minutes, guys. That, yeah, exactly, Digital. That was my point in our Discord yesterday, when I made that little statement that I made after I saw you guys in there talking about it. I was like, maybe you guys need to backtrack and think about what's actually being said by MS. They're not showing you any type of documentations. It's just word to ear And like I said, how do we know they're not working with LE to deter the distraction away from them and blaming it on the FBI? So the FBI takes the heat for everything that's happened in this case. So that's just my opinion, and I'm going to stick to it. And I want to remind you guys, anything that we discuss as far as rumors or anything, speculations, facts, you guys know by now that our channel will inform you from the get-go if it's fact, rumor, speculation, or whatever it is. We're not going to put anything out here that's being said unless we've got some type of documentation, and we've made that very clear now, because we got pulled into a situation what seemed to me and Marv like it was a political move, and we're not wanting no part of this political bullshit that's going on in Carroll County. That's not what our how should I say? That's not what we're here for. We're here for the girls and the murders. That's what we're here for. We're not here for politics. Even though it seems to be that there's politics going on with this case, you know. But then again, who knows? It's all about the girls. That's what we try to concentrate on. Or the Florida fires, the Tabitha Shuck Rains case, Karina McKirkland, cases like that. Don't bring that political bullshit to our channel, because you will get exited real quick. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I appreciate everybody coming out. If you got any questions that need to be answered, feel free to contact us at our email at marvandfrank@gmail.com. Dee knows how to get in contact with me. Supports, but Stephen knows how to get in contact with us. Polygraph. A lot of the people in the chat know how to contact me and Marv. So if you can't get in contact with us, get in contact with them, and they will reach out to us. If we're not responding to your emails quick enough, just be patient with us. We get hundreds of emails a day, and it's hard to keep up with two people. So we're doing the best that we can, and just bear with us, and everything will be just fine. It'll run smooth. But once again, I'm going to get out of here. I need to go talk to Scooby-Doo again. I believe Marv is got an appointment with a psychic tomorrow. I don't know if that's still going on. She's supposed to call me when she gets home from taking her daughter to college to let me know if that's still going on. And if it is, I don't know if she's going to do it live or if she's going to do a pre-record or what's going on, but we'll keep you guys informed. So once again, thank you, everybody. I love you all. One peace, one love. I'm out. Have a good evening, guys.